iRadio. When contributing to a topic on the radio, please avoid statements that may incite or promote hate. We encourage constructive points of views and criticisms that aim at providing solutions to problems facing the country. We do not want rumor mongering or information that is regarded as hearsays. We advocate for messages of peace and unity among the people of South Sudan. This is iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
Live from Juba, on air and online.
This is iRadio News.
Hello, good morning. This is iRadio News. First, here are the headlines. The Minister of Health, Sarah Cleto Real, says cholera outbreak has significantly declined, crediting the ministry and its partners for their concerted efforts in curbing the disease. The Governor of Jonglei State, Dr. Riak Gai Kok, has reported a decline in intercommunal violence across the Greater Jonglei region. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said he has instructed negotiations to begin for release of all remaining hostages and an end to war in Gaza on terms acceptable to Israel. This and more will all come to you in this news details with me, Darlington Moses. The Minister of Health, Sarah Cleto Real, says cholera outbreak has significantly declined, crediting the ministry and its partners for their concerted efforts in curbing the disease. The Minister of Health made this announcement after briefing with President Kiir on Thursday on the nation's current health situations and the ministry's ongoing efforts to improve service delivery. During the briefing, the minister described health as a matter of national security and called on the government to take lead in mobilizing investment in healthcare. President Kiir welcomed the report and reiterated his administration's determinations to strengthen South Sudan's health system. He assured the minister that he would provide his full support toward efforts aimed at upgrading healthcare and service across the nation. The meeting underscores the government's intensified focus on making healthcare service delivery more accessible and resilient in order to protect lives and promote national development. The Governor of Jonglei State, Dr. Riak Gai Kok, has reported a decline in intercommunal violence across the Greater Jonglei region. The governor made this statement after briefing President Salva Kiir on Thursday on the security and economic situation in the state. Speaking to the press following the meeting, Governor Kok described the security situations in Jonglei as relatively calm. He revealed that youths from both the Pibor administrative area and Jonglei State are currently meeting in the area, intending to resolve misunderstandings and foster peaceful coexistence with their communities. Governor Kok said the improved security situations has allowed communities to focus on farming. He added that farmers have turned to agriculture in large numbers this season and are anticipating a good harvest this year. The president welcomed the progress and reaffirmed his government's commitment to supporting state efforts aimed at sustaining peace and promoting economic resilience. The governor of Warab State, Bol Wek Agoth, has launched a tree planting campaign with a target of planting 15,000 seedlings in the state capital, Kwajok. According to a statement from the governor's office on Thursday, the exercise is part of the national program aiming to plant 100 million trees across South Sudan. Warab State has been tasked with planting at least 10 million trees. The state said the initiative is being carried out by the State Ministry of Agriculture in partnership with an organization called Natural Planters of Generations under the theme Plant a Tree, Save Life. While launching the drive, Governor Agoth said tree planting will also reduce the effects of climate change. He stated that our people need to protect themselves from climate change, and planting trees is a sacrifice mitigation measures. Governor Agoth also said planting a variety of trees will create commercial opportunities for the state and support the nutritional needs of local communities. He urged citizens to abandon violence and instead focus on productive activities such as agriculture. The governor added that his administration will work to boost agriculture through farm mechanization, support for farmers' union, and better access to microfinancing as a way to lift the people of Warab State out of poverty. And now to the international scene, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said he has instructed negotiations to begin for the release of all remaining hostages and an end to war in Gaza on terms acceptable to Israel. Netanyahu told Israeli troops on Thursday night that his cabinet had also approved plans for a massive assault on Gaza City in the north of the territory despite widespread international and domestic opposition. Hamas agreed to a proposal drawn up by Qatari and Egyptian mediators for a 60-day ceasefire on Monday, which according to Qatar would see the release of half of the remaining hostages in Gaza. But responding for the first time, Netanyahu has not accepted the deal currently on the table. Elsewhere, at least 18 people have been killed and dozens wounded in two separate attacks in Colombia, deepening the country's most serious security crisis in decades. 6 people died and more than 60 were injured after a car bomb exploded on a busy street in the western city of Cali in Colombia, according to authorities. Earlier on Thursday, a separate drone attack against a police helicopter killed at least 12 people in a rural area outside the northwestern city of Medellin. The attacks attributed to different dissident factions of the now defunct Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia FARC group pose fresh challenges to Colombia's fragile peace processes ahead of elections next year, 2026. This is iRadio News, and now to end this bulletin, let's have the news recaps on the top stories once again. The Minister of Health, Sarah Real, says cholera outbreak has significantly declined, crediting the ministry and its partners for their concerted efforts in curbing the disease. The governor of Jonglei State, Dr. Riak Guy Kok, has reported a decline in intercommunal violence across the greater Jonglei region. And Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said he has instructed negotiations to begin for the release of all remaining hostages and an end to war in Gaza on terms acceptable to Israel. That's the end of iRadio Morning News. If there's a story or an event you'd like iRadio to cover or report about, please send us a text message on +211 925 287 870. It's also our WhatsApp number. Follow us on X at iRadio Juba, like our Facebook page, iRadio, subscribe to our YouTube channel at iRadio South Sudan. You can also visit our website and listen to us online at www.iradio.org. Stay tuned for news in Arabic at the top of the hour. I am Darlington Moses. Thanks for listening.
على راديو مثالي آي راديو هو جوابك. ليه تختار آي راديو؟ في 5 الأسباب المغنادل.
الثقة والوصول. بيعتبر آي راديو المحطة الإذاعية الأكثر ثقة وشعبية في جنوب السودان، مدعومة بالاستطلاعات الأخيرة مع قاعدة مستمعين مخلصين. حتصل رسالتك إلى جمهور واسع بشكل فعال.
شبكة واسعة النطاق. آي راديو ليست مجرد محطة إذاعية، إنها شبكة من المحطات المترابطة. لم تكن شريك مع آي راديو. سنقوم ببث برنامجك عبر مواقع متعددة مثل واو أو ويل.